This is 102.6 Sign FM.
This is Desert Island DN, a new initiative funded by Arts Council England and Doncaster Council and facilitated by Right Up Our Street, encouraging Doncaster creatives to explore fresh and effective methods of working remotely during lockdown whilst reaching out to local people in order to make new and exciting work.
So we took some time to reevaluate the programmes that we were going to deliver, and we realised that they were no longer fit for purpose. So we looked at what was happening and where the needs were. So we wanted to do two things. We wanted to support the community of Doncaster, those individuals that were in isolation, and find a way to tell their stories and encourage them to be creative during this time. But we also wanted to support artists, because we knew that artists were going to be having a difficult time, that this would be a great opportunity for them to step back from their practices, to look at the way that they deliver their work and to reevaluate what they're doing.
Like, obviously, collecting the stories was one thing, and that was quite tricky, and we decided to move it online and have email exchange and phone calls with people who had said that they were happy to take part. So we posted to different businesses in Doncaster and kind of friends of friends and all of that, and people came forward who were happy to chat to us. And we asked quite positive questions rather than anything negative, really. So hopefully it was kind of a nice trip down memory lane for some people.
Does it look like it's rising to you? No, it's not rising. Did we add the bicarb of soda?
I can't remember. It was only a teaspoon, I'm sure it won't matter.
It matters. I think it mattered.
Yeah. This isn't Amelia's show-stopping birthday cake, is it?
Show-stopping birthday biscuit, maybe.
So I got the commission and I just put a call out and said, look, I want to do this project that involves collecting people's thoughts around what are the positives. So, no matter how small for you, but obviously I can't go out and interview you. So would people be willing to interview themselves and then send it in to me? And then I'll collate all that into a soundscape.
But I like staying off school. My cousins have came and I really enjoyed it, and I'm staying at my grandma's house, and when coronavirus is over I would love to see my cousins again.
Techstart came about. It was actually an idea from Anton Hetch, who is a friend of mine and who sort of predominantly works in participatory art. He calls himself a creative enabler, more than an artist. And I thought text is something that's familiar to people. So for people who are not normally engaging in art activities, it's something that is perhaps not as daunting as
I see, yeah. So anybody can take part then, potentially.
Yeah, something that's playful, it was supposed to be. And I think that did happen. I think it did come across like that, and people did get involved.
Then one day, you find 10 years have gone behind you. No one told you when to run. You miss the starting gun.
Dogtopia is basically a concrete utopian project, which I'll just explain really briefly about that. So everybody's heard of utopia, which is an imaginary, fictitious, perfect land. The difference with concrete utopias is that we imagine a perfect place, and then we find out ways to make it happen.
Dogtopia, the land where we are free. Dogtopia, the future's clear to see. Come with us on this journey and live the life that's right. Dogtopia is honest, clean and bright.
So the idea behind the Thoughts Formed was that I would identify a group of people that I don't know, basically strangers to me.
Okay.
Somebody was, not within my sort of circle or family. Or I kind of thought, even on social media, I know how people are reacting to lockdown. But what I'm not seeing is people that don't necessarily have a voice, and I thought it'd be interesting to see how they're coping with it. And that's what led me to just think, oh, well, if I get in touch with the Conversation Club and maybe from Age UK, I'll look at working with those sort of individuals and then respond visually.
I'm very isolated. That's why almost all the time I'm holding my mobile. And or I don't know if you know or not, but in that time, we really need emotional support.
Started doing a bit of writing for myself, a bit of taking photos, that kind of thing, just stuff that I wouldn't normally give myself the time and the permission to do in normal life. And then I thought, well, it'd be good to just, I guess, extend that offer, that opportunity to other people who I know are similarly creative people who want a bit of an outlet for the way that they might be feeling at the moment, or something that they've always wanted to do but never had time.
The project essentially is we got in touch with a friend, asked the older neighbours to pick a song that they would like to be covered, essentially, something that meant something to them, and to be covered by our artists musicians that we're working with.
Well, we've got a few words now from one of those artists that took part, who I believe did a cover version of a Cliff Richard song. Let's hear from August Charles.
Sign FM, the voice of Doncaster.
Hi guys, it's August Charles here. Just wanted to say thank you to Right Up Our Street and the Befriend community for getting me on board.
The young ones, and darling, we're the young ones, and young ones shouldn't be afraid to live and love while the flame is strong, 'cause we may not be young ones very long.
Don't worry, no.